The Ashtra pile with Dark Magician is back. We get to see more of Joey's special and even Witchcrafter too. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome. Now, I've seen a lot of cool pile decks kind of manifesting themselves out of the weekend here. And obviously, having an emphasis on some of the very cool end boards that some of these decks can have. Seeing a deck like Ashtra being able to actually produce a board in combination with the help of the Dark Magician. And of course, the Elemental Saga Doriado itself is good. But also, Doriado is getting access to, all of the different attributes. You've got dark, water, fire, earth, and even, the wind attribute. Everything is kind of present here so that you can kind of do your thing. But also, it's one of the first lists that we see that he's using the Dark Time Wizard as a board breaking tool. Because, the flipping the coin to be able to, break the opponent's field and then be able to make the, Red Eyes Dragon exceed actually helps out a lot. Also with more tools, you also get access to the World's Greatest Thief in the side deck to be able to bring in and, use that as that little tool to kind of, keep things kind of going. I think that's kind of a nice thing that, we kind of get to see with a deck like this is with as much control as you kind of get to toss around at these, little extra lists. Could also, the Dark Magical Curtain being able just to be able to beam on out and actually kind of help you with these sorts of things, I think is kind of nice. But also, it's nice to emphasize the piles that, these lists are actually able to come up with. Ashtra for the combinations of things, the Dark Magician package to be able to bridge through the extra deck stuff. But also, since it's the OCG, Nightmare Griffin's an important card as well. Definitely cool. Next up, we do get to see the Joey Wheeler special. So basically, the one thing that I wish we got to do that the OCG does get to do is the Radiant Typhoon Chant package gets you access into good old MX Saber Invoker. Invoker is going to be the bread and butter of this deck. His job is to be able to, get you set up and be able to kind of push on through things. Which is kind of what this deck needs to be doing. You need to be able to get that big board pressure on the opponent. And obviously, I think it matters. I think it really does matter that Invoker is a pullable target for you. Also, we are playing the one Foolish Grave Robber. We have the one rehearsal box in here, which is fine. But if you were wondering, what is the best possible way to go about playing this, I truly think that this is about it, people. I don't think that you're going to get a better toolboxing option than the Radiant Typhoon package, bridging you through the deck to be able to, get things set up. And it's kind of a shame to say that, honestly, but that's just... It's the Joey Wheeler special, man. The Time Wizard was his best card. The fact that you even are getting access to that sort of board-breaking, presence, I think is pretty good. All right, next up here, we get some Witchcrafter stuff. Now, Walpurgis is just amazing. This card does so much for this deck. Like, I cannot believe after Revolution Booster that this deck actually became a, competing meta contender for what you can actually do, because gosh darn it, it is disgustingly good at just seeing the boards that you are able to push through, the damage that we can actually emphasize, and, so forth with that. Obviously, we're playing the triple Marka, which I think is fine. All of your sub-Witchcrafter cards are fine. Seed actually just came out. The fact that they did get one extra additional card for this deck, I think is really, really good. This is a normal or special summon, and you control Witchcrafter other than Seed or Regulus the Prince. We can target one face card on the field, return it to the hand, and we can banish this card from the graveyard to reveal any number of cards in your hand, including a spell card, and shuffle them into the deck and then draw the same number. So if your hand ends up being really, really bad, we do get an immediate pivot fix to try to fix things, which is really cool, honestly, for the Witchcrafter stuff. You want the extra emphasis on, good effects, but also, it's a hand fixer, man. You do need these sorts of things. Also, the little extra sub-boss monsters are good here. And then, of course, we are getting to play Medi-Curious. The more places that Medi-Curious rears his ugly head, I think the better off he is. Next up, we get to play the Toon Special. There are a metric crap ton of different Toon lists that have been popping up recently. I'm honestly pretty impressed, just to kind of see the sheer amount of Toon variations that are working their way into the competitive scene right now. But also, Perfection Hydra Drive Dragon is one of those cards that continues to amaze me with, why we continue to just let this go around and be as good as it is. Also, hey, look, it's Protect Code Talker. It's the Charmer Quartet. And of course, it's our other favorite card, the Deceiving Doll Maidens. These broken cards are fantastic at what they do, but gosh darn it, they just break the game at certain points, and it's just crazy that they get to run around. So yeah, that's Toons. Next up, we get to see the dinosaur experience. The OCG having access to triple miscellaneous Ceratosaurus has really painted this picture to me that this deck just gets to do some of the funnest little play lines out there, because Misk just ensures that your GMX play line is going to be safe to resolve, which we want to see, right? We want to see that, as long as the combo line itself is basically getting to resolve, then we're good. Also, Oviraptor is a pretty gosh darn good card for this deck. Also, yes, we are playing the Mulch Army, so you have the one Maxi, the one Shifter. It's kind of interesting to see that they are choosing to play the Shifter in this list, but I don't think it's necessarily so bad. As long as, when you're going up to bat for your turn, and, you are getting those big play lines set up with your big dinosaurs, it's good. I do also like the fact that we do have at least the one mini package in here. We also do get to see the Dinos, this big guy, doing some cool play lines too. Okay, next up here, we have more Destiny Hero Syndrome. I do see that this list is playing the Sabateo Karibo, which I guess is kind of cool. Being able to bridge into the polymerization just kind of ensures that, we will see some sort of, push through. We are also side decking the Dark Angel, which I guess is fine, right? Like, this is a card that I don't really feel like you want to toss into the main deck right now. You just kind of want it to be an emphasis just as you're kind of chugging on along with the play line, just to kind of be able to, do your thing. But outside of that, I mean, this is Destiny Heroes. I feel like your Destiny Hero list, no matter what you're going to do, as long as you've got the standard big guys pushing on through, you'll be fine. Next up, we get to see more Ashtra. Now, this Ashtra list is playing the Breeze, the Electrovore of Raccoonus. So when I saw this, I was like, really? It's like not a tuner monster. Which is kind of sad, actually, because nor are these. If this had been like something else, obviously, you're toggling through the Primite stuff. I guess you're just using this as more of an emphasizer. It's a provided normal monster for you to do some things, but also, I also see we're playing the Primite Fusion in here, with no target in here. Probably should fix that, but obviously there is a concept to be had with this, which I thought was the reason why we wanted to try out the Primite packages, cut the Baron, test out, the Primite Fusion, and see, what kind of big boards can we really throw at the opponent? What is going to be the objectable means to get these big pushes through? Obviously, I think there is something to be discussed here. Like, this is a cool concept. And then, of course, we have more Shooter, but this is the penguin version. The penguin, the first penguin, being able to reveal the Mikomari to get you into Mikomari itself, just on the one level down, is so free. Like, it actually helps this deck out a lot, that we can just have that pivot line to be able to work with. And I like that. Like, that is awesome. Penguin does so much cool work for this deck. And it's like, this combination of things that you really wouldn't think about, right? Like, why is my cute little penguin working in my Ashtra deck? Well, it's because Konami said that this is an interaction that is allowed to work because based on the design. But also, we have the Regenesis anchor pile in here. I do like the fact that the Regenesis stuff does help. Also, the world's greatest gallant thief is in fact a 2500. So, technically if you're going first, tear 2 things off your opponent's field, anchor this in, and now all the Regenesis monsters can filter through. It's also not like you can't reveal it off of Regenesis Archfiend and go to town. More you know. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.